Welcome my dear students. Today I am going to explaining some sample program related to the nested for loop. Okay, so nested for loop, by using this nested for loop you can represent the information in the form of rows and columns. So let us take this first program and I will explain. So here a lot of programs are exist, you have to try your own. Okay, so let me copy and I'm taking notepad. Okay, I'm taking the notepad and I'm pasting. So afterwards we have to modify. Let us see, we will see how it will work. So I will give the format, you will just try after listening this. Okay, this is the first format. Our program, right? Okay, so what are the intervals we have to supposed to add? Hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h. Okay, now afterwards you are defining the void main and clear screen. CLR SCL. First let me modify all the program. Wherever it is having mistake I will made corrections and later I will explain. Okay, so these are the mistakes we have seen here and I'm going to be explaining now. So this is the format, right? So please observe here, this is a how many rows exist. You have to supposed to identify first row, second row, third row, fourth row and fifth row. Now column, only one column. Here two columns, here three columns, here four columns, here five columns. Got it? So how many rows and how many columns exist? 5 rows and 5 columns. So if you are using nested for loop, then you are supposed to use two counter variables. Here I am declaring int I comma j. These are the two counter variables which are used in nested loops. Okay, so why it is a counter variable? The values are changing according to this counter variable. Okay, counter means it will counts. According to that count, it will evaluates. So next, what I am doing is I am writing the for loop. Okay, this is the outer for loop. Okay, please observe it. This is the outer for loop, and this is the inner for loop. For your understanding purpose. Now I am writing the condition. In the outer for loop started here and ending here, and inner for loop started here and ending here. Okay. Yes. Now let me check what is the information we have to supposed to print. We have to supposed to print this format, right? How many rows and how many columns exist? 5 rows and 5 columns. For that I am directly starting for loop. I am taking I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5. This is the logic I am using. Whether condition is true, I value is less than or equal to 5, condition is true, it will enter into the inner for loop. In the inner for loop, you are assigning one more initialization, that is the j. So it is always represents the row. Outer for loop always represents rows, and inner for loop always represents columns. Okay, yes. Now let us see what actually we are doing. For I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, condition true, it will enter into the inner for loop. Now j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to I. What is the I value? 1. So 1 less than or equal to 1, condition is true. If it is condition is true, it is entering into the block. And what is the statement it exists? It has to display a star. Okay, now it is displaying a star. I am doing here for your understanding purpose. Okay, this should be mentioning in comment. First, what it is displaying? Star. Okay, after displaying the star here, where the control will go? Control will comes here. J increment. J plus plus means we are incrementing value by 1. Now 1 initially j value is 1. Now after the incrementation j plus plus, now what is the new value? It becomes 2. Okay, so 2 less than or equal to I. whether condition is true, 2 less than or equal to I. What is I value? It is initially 1, right? 2 less than or equal to 1, condition false. It skips this statement. Next, what is the statement exist? This is the new line. So automatically here the control will move to the next line. Got it? So next, afterwards, where the control will come, it will comes to your outer loop. Okay, so whenever the control comes to the outer loop, here j value is initialized the original initialization value. Okay, now I value is incrementing by 1. Now I value is going to be incrementing by 1. So already what is the I value? 1. 1 plus 1, 2. Now the new value is assigned here to 2 less than or equal to 5. Condition is true, right? If it is condition is true, it is entering here and coming to here inner for loop. In inner for loop, once again j is assigning as 1. Why? Because whenever the control comes to the outer for loop, the inner for loop initialization become the first itself only. Whatever the first we have initialized, that it will take. Okay, now j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to I. 1 less than or equal to, what is the I value? 2. Got it? It is a true. If it is a true, it is entering into this block. In this block we are having printf statement. What is the printf statement we have to supposed to print? We have to print stop, right? Afterwards, where the control will go? Control will goes to j plus plus, j incrementation, right? After the j incrementation, now the new value become 2. Okay, 1 plus plus means 2. Now the new value is 2. 2 less than or equal to 2. Whether condition is true, yes, it is entering here and it is a printing star. So here it is printing star. Afterwards, where it goes? It goes to the j incrementation. Now 2 plus plus, 2 plus plus is 3. The new value of j becomes 3. 3 less than or equal to 2. Whether condition is true, false. So it skips this block. Next, what is the statement is exist? Here the control is exist like this. It will move to the printf statement, means it will come to here. Okay, whenever the control comes afterwards, where it will go? It will go for the I incrementation. So already in the I it is a 2. 2 plus plus means 3. Whenever control goes here, inner for loop become as a first initialized value. What is the first initialized value? It is 1. Okay, now 2 plus plus means 3, right? Now the new value of I is 3. 3 less than or equal to 5. Whether condition is true? True. Yes, it is entering here. Now 3 now observe here. Now 3 sorry, j is equal to 1. 1 less than or equal to j, sorry, 1 less than or equal to I. What is the new value of I? It is 3, right? 1 less than or equal to 3, condition true. So now what I am doing? It is entering into the block and it is printing stop, right? So after here the control is already here and it will print stop. Afterwards, where the control will go? J incrementation. What is the new value of j now? 1 plus plus means it becomes a 2. 2 less than or equal to 3, condition true. It is entering here and it prints the star. Okay, and next, where the control goes? J plus plus. 2 plus plus 3. 3 less than or equal to 3, condition true. So once again it prints stars, right? Now control will comes to the j incrementation. 3 plus plus 4. 4 less than or equal to 3. 4 less than or equal to 3. Whether condition is true? False. Got it? Condition is true? False, right? So if it is a false, it skips this statement. Whatever the statement is exist, it will execute. So automatically the control here, it will goes to the next line. After the control goes to the here, then where the control will come? Here. So now what is the I value? 3. 3 plus plus means it become 4, right? Now the new value of 4 is initialized here. It will check the condition. 4 less than or equal to 5. Whether condition is true? Yes, true. If it is true, then it will enter into the inner for loop. In the inner for loop, the j value is assigned as 1, because whenever the control comes to the outer for loop, the inner value counter variable will be set. Inner for loop counter variable value will be set whatever the first we have assigned. Okay, so now 1 less than or equal to 4, condition is true. So this block will be repeated for 4 times. Okay, so that means you are going to getting 1 2 3 4, right? Now j becomes a 5. 5 less than or equal to 4, condition is true? False. So automatically control moves to the next line, because this printf statement is there, right? So whenever the control moves, it will come here, right? So whenever the control comes here, it will comes to the outer for loop. Now what is the outer for loop value? Now 4 plus plus it is a 5. 5 less than or equal to 5, condition true, it will enter into the inner for loop. Okay, so then this will repeat for 5 times. Okay, so likewise it will repeat 1 2 3 4 5. Got it? So next afterwards it will come to the outer for loop. 5 plus plus 6. 6 less than or equal to 5, whether the condition is true, false. Got it? So likewise it will evaluate. Let me check whether it will work or not. Okay, so here I am giving get ch. You know what is the purpose of get ch, and I am saving. So while saving we have to ensure that where to supposed to save. So where to supposed to save? In your C drive, turbo C3 or turbo C4, it is left to you. And bin, in bin we have to give, it is a format, right? I am giving format dot format1.c. okay, so these are the things we are using in our editors, right? Let me minimize this and minimize this, and I'm opening my editor. So where is my editor? Please observe here. Is that my editor? Our editor is not there. Is there? No. Is there? No. Is there? No. So where our editor has went? Let me check. No editor is there. Here it is there. Please observe here. This is our editor, right? I'm opening this turbo C++ editor. So once it is open, I'm pressing start turbo C++. Once it is opened, the editor is opened. I'm opening my file. What is the name of our file? Format1.c. okay, so this is our program, right? I'm compiling and I'm running. Yes, got it. We have got this format, right? Clear? Yes. So you just try, I will give one more format. You just try to print, how to print this format. Okay, in the place of here I am doing it is 1, and here it is 1 2, and I am doing 1 2 3, and I am doing here 1 2 3 4, and I am doing here 1 2 3 4 5. So now how to do this? Okay, you just try it. Clear? Yes, got it. Okay, now I will do another program. Okay, you just try to do this program. Clear? I will print another format. Now let me check the format. You have to supposed to do this program. You have to supposed to do this program. Okay, try at your own cost. You just try, because these are the these kinds of logics are applicable in your graphics. Okay, graphics are using these kinds to print your images. Okay, these are the logics. Yes, now it is just an idea for graphics. Okay, now I will print another format that it is 1 2 3 4 5, and now 1 2 3 4, and next in 1 2 3, and next 1 2, and next 1. Okay, this is my format. I have to do this program. Then what I have to supposed to do? How many rows and how many columns exist? It consists of 5 rows and 5 columns. Okay, I'm taking the same program. Same counter variable, but what I have to supposed to do? I have to supposed to change here the counter value. I'm assigning I as a 5. Okay, and I greater than or equal to 1. This is the logic I am going to be using. Okay, and here it is decrement. Okay, clear? Please observe it. Now let us see what it will print. So what is our aim? Star 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 5 stars, right? Okay, I less than or equal to 5. This is the logic, right? Let me print. Here I is equal to 5, 5 greater than or equal to 1. Condition is true, it will enter here. J is equal to 1, j less than or equal to 5, 1 less than or equal to 5. Whether condition is true, true. So what it will print? Star. So first star I have printed. Next, where the control will come? J incrementation. Now what is the new value of j? It becomes 2. 2 less than or equal to 5, condition true. So once again star will be print here, right? Yes. Once again, where the control will go? Control will go for the j incrementation. J becomes 3, 3 less than or equal to 5, condition true. If your condition is true, once again you are printing star. Okay, so this is the star I am printing. Got it? And next, j incrementation. Now j becomes 3 plus plus 4, 4 less than or equal to 5, condition true, you are printing the star, right? So once again the star you are printing. And next, where the control will comes, it will comes here, j plus plus, it is 4 plus plus means 5, 5 less than or equal to 5, condition true, you are printing the star. Okay, now you are printing this star, right? Afterwards, j incrementation. Now it is a 6, 6 less than or equal to 5, condition false, it skips and control comes to the next line. Okay, I'm removing this, don't get confused. Yes, this is the first we have printed. After that, where the control will come here, control comes here, right? Because condition false, right? So whenever the condition false, it will initialized as 1. Got it? Now the new value of I is, what is the new value of I? Actually I is 5, I'm decrementing by 1, right? If I decrementing by 1, 5 minus minus, it become of 4. 4 greater than or equal to 1, condition is true, it will enter into the inner for loop. So inner for loop, j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to 4, condition is true, right? It will print star, right? So first it will print star. Got it? And next, where the control will go, j plus plus. Now the j becomes 2, 2 less than or equal to 4, condition true. So once again it prints, right? So once again where the control will go, j incrementation. Now 2 plus plus means 3, 3 less than or equal to 4, 3 less than or equal to 4, condition true. Once again it will print star. Okay, after printing this, where the control will go, j plus plus. Now the j become 4, 4 less than or equal to 4, condition true, it will enter into this block and it will print star. And next, where the control will go, j plus plus. Now the j value become 5, 5 less than or equal to 4, condition false, it skips and whatever the next statement is exist, it will move. So automatically control moves to the next line. After whenever the control moves to the next line, where the further process will go, further process will go here. Now the new value of I is 4, 4 minus minus, it becomes 3. Okay, 3 greater than or equal to 1, condition true, it will enter. Once again j is equal to 1, this loop repeats for 3 times. Okay, it will repeat for 3 times. Yes, and next new line, control will move to the here 2, 2 greater than or equal to 1, condition true, here it will repeat for 2 times. Okay, yes. And next, here 2 minus minus 1, 1 greater than or equal to 1, condition true, it will enter here and it will repeat for 1 time. Okay, so afterwards I minus minus 0, 0 greater than or equal to 1, condition false, it escape and whatever the statement is it will evaluate. Clear? So let me try. Okay, I'm saving as, I'm going to be saving this, save as format 2.c. I'm ensuring where I'm storing in Turbo C++. Okay, I'm saving. Clear? Yes. Now open my editor. I'm pressing Alt Enter, F3 for open, function key F3. Okay, format 2.c. Yes, I'm pressing F5, compiling. One error is exist. Let me check. Unexpected end of file. Okay, this is right. Here star followed by this one. Right. Alt F9, Control F9. Got it? Yes, sir. You are understanding this concept, right? Yes. Let me give one example. Right? You are clear, right? Okay. So I'm giving one more example for your sake. Try to do this program. Okay. Now you have to suppose to print 1 2 3 4 5, and in the next you have to print 1 2 3, and in the next, sorry, 1 2 3 4, and next you have to print 1 2 3, and you have to print 1 2, and you have to print 1. Got it? Likewise you have to suppose to print. Got it? So you just try this program to display. Okay, so how to display this 1 2 3 4 5, that you should know. Okay, if you don't understand, you have to suppose to ask me, I will explain. Okay, please put a query related to this. If you are having any doubts, please put a query in WhatsApp or you personal mail me, personal WhatsApp me. I will give you the proofs. Clear? And next, I'm going to giving you another task. Already we did, right? The same program I want to suppose to print. Please observe here. Star. Afterwards, I'm using tab, star, tab, star, tab. Okay, 3, 4, and 5. Afterwards, same program. You have to do some modifications. We have to print this uh, format. So to print this format, what we have to supposed to do? Okay. Now 1 and 2, right? And next it is 1. So now what we have to supposed to do to print my format like this? Clear? So already you know the logic is the same, right? While printing after the star, I'm going to be using /t. Got it? What is the /t stands for? Tab space. After the first star, it will take for tab space. Got it? So let me save and explain it. Yes, now we will see this execution of this program. In this program, what we are actually doing to print this format in this format. After the first star, what we have to supposed to give? We have to supposed to give the space. To give the space, the logic is the same, right? So to print the space, then what I'm doing? I'm using the /t. /t stands for tab space. Now let me save this file, and I'm ensuring that where I'm storing, right? I'm storing in here, and I'm giving the name it as format3.c. okay. After format3.c, I'm saving, and we have to supposed to save. Yes. After format save 3, let me open my editor. Okay, where is my editor? Our editors are exist here. Yes, here it is our editor, right? Turbo C++. I'm opening my editor. Let me minimize. Okay, here my editor has opened. Let me click on the start Turbo C++. Yes, my editor is there, and I'm opening my file. What is the name of the file? Format3.c. okay, so whether it is our file? Yes. So this is our program. To print this program, we know what is the logic, right? We have used the same logic, and now I'm compiling. So while compiling, there is no error, and running, we are identifying this, right? Clear? So likewise, you can execute your program. And now the next concept is I want to print this format. Okay, I want to print this format. Let us try how to print this format. Okay, yes. So how many rows and how many columns are exist? Here it consists 5 rows and 5 columns. Okay, now this is the aim of our program. So how to print this format? Okay, clear? Yes, to print this format 5 rows and 5 columns, then what we have to supposed to do? We have to give it I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, I less than or equal to 5. Yes, okay. I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to 5 rows and 5 columns, right? So for that, I have to suppose to modify the same program by specifying I is equal to 1, I less than or equal to 5, and for every time it has to be increment, right? And here is also your inner loop, you are incrementing the value of j, and you are printing. Okay, let me see. I'm saving this file. Okay, I'm going to be saving this file with format4.c, and I'm clicking the save option, right? So now let us see to run whether it will run or not. Alt enter. Yes, let me open our file. What is the name of a file? Format4.c. Okay, so and I am pressing F5 for the full screen. I am compiling and I am running. Okay, so whether we are getting the same format? Yes, we are getting the same format. Now let me see, I am running step by step. You will understand how this program is executing. So now I am pressing the function key F7. Okay, so pressing the F7, it comes to the main function. After the variable declaration clear screen, it comes to the outer for loop, it enter into the inner for loop, and it comes first time it has a printing star t, and once again star t, once again star t. So whenever I'm pressing the F7, control remains there itself only, so it will execute at least for 5 times. After that, it is executing for 5 times. After that, it is giving /n new line. Afterwards, the control is transferring to the outer for loop. After the outer for loop, it is coming to the inner for loop. Okay, here also it is executing 5 times. After the 5 times, it is giving the new line and coming outer for loop. So when the outer for loop is executed, and it comes to the inner for loop. Okay, it is third time I'm pressing F7, 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 and afterwards it is executing, right? Likewise, it will execute for the 5 times. Okay, yes, so we are getting this format. Okay, now let me give a sample program. In the place of a star, you have to supposed to print 1. So try to do it. 1. Yes, in the place of a star, you have to supposed to print 1. So what you will do? Anybody? Kindly try at home. If you don't get, you just put a question, we will explain. Okay, so this is my question, not a stars are not required. Got it? So you have to supposed to print 1, then what you will do? Okay, so you just understand and you try to print this concept. Okay, yes, so that's it. I think you are understanding this nested for loop concept, right? So if you want more programs, let me give some programs. Let me check some programs here in my unit 2 chapter 7. Here you are seeing some of the programs related to the nested for loop. Okay, in the nested for loops, these are the very important concept. Okay, now you will print. I have explained this. I have explained this, right? For example, you can try for this program 1 2 1 3 2 1 4 3 2 1 5 4 3 2 1. So you can try this, and you can try this also, and you can try this also. Okay, it is already done, and likewise you can try your own formats. If you try your own formats, then fine. Okay, yes sir. So that's it. In this chapter we have learned one more program is there, right? Here we have to print this program, right? To print this program, what I have to supposed to do? Let us say I am copying first. After copying this, you can understand neatly. This is the program relevant to, yes, I'm copying. This is a program relevant to the continuous statement, right? What is the purpose of continuous statement? Continuous statement what is the purpose of continuous statement? It is used to skip a portion, right? It is used to skip a portion whenever the program is executed, right? So this is a format. It is given A B C D E F and E D C B A B C D E, right? Space. Got it? So likewise you have to supposed to see this format. We have to supposed to print by using your continuous statement. Let me explain. This is not all the important program. This is only for understanding your logics. Okay, you have to do, it is better to do, because if you want to become a good programmer, these kinds of programs are very important. Okay, yes, hash include stdio.h, hash include conio.h, and now I'm seeing how many rows and how many columns, right? Here 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows are exist. 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 columns, I think so, right? For that, first understand what actually we are writing. So we are declared three variables. So you can now onwards you came to know, if you are using ij means nested for loop concept, right? Yes, if you are using ij means I and j means counter variable and any for loop, any nested loops, any nested loops, it may be anything, nested loops possible. Okay, and just for understanding purpose, here n means we have to supposed to give n number of lines. How many lines we have to enter, right? First I am writing the n number of lines. For this I am using, we have to supply the value of n through from the keyboard. So now I am giving it as a 5. What I am giving? 5. Okay, so please understand this concept. If you don't give attention, then you will become a, you will be in troubles. Okay, so j plus plus, let me do. Now I have given 5. Please observe here, what is the number of lines? I have given 5. Okay, now what is the condition I am writing? You have to note here, the single quotation is also wrong, I am making correct. Okay, so as we have said, ASCII code in your program, right? A plus 1, actually I think so, a plus I is not there, a plus 1, it is 1. Okay, now we will understand this concept carefully. If you don't pay attention, then it become a problem to you only. Okay, so here it is, blank space. B means here blank space. Okay, one blank space. Here double B means two blank spaces, that's all. Yes, that's it. Now I will explain what it exactly happens. You have to give more attention on this topic. What is the purpose of continue? Skip a portion, right? To skip a portion, you are using this continue statement. Okay, right, let us see what exactly we are doing. After this, let me save it. I'm saving it as format file, format file.c. okay, yes. Now we will see this program very carefully. Okay, I will explain you within a short time, just a minute. Yes, so we are explaining this format. Let us see this format very carefully. For doing this, we have declared the variable n comma I comma j. Now we are giving the lines. I am giving the number of line as 5. Okay, so now let us see this inner for loop. For I is equal to 5, I greater than or equal to 1, condition is true, right? 5 greater than or 1, condition is true. It is entering into the inner for loop. In the inner for loop, I am assigning the value of a. So please observe here, if any character is specified within a single quotation means, if any character is specified within a single quotation means, then it is ASCII value, right? Character. So then it will take it as a 65. Okay, j is assigned as a 65 because ASCII character of capital A is a 65. Now I am checking 65 less than 66. 65 plus 1 means 66. Okay, a plus 1. A plus 1 means 65 plus 1 66. Condition true. If the condition is true, I am displaying this content. Now what I am displaying within the 2 bit, I am displaying the j value. What is the j value? It is a, right? Got it? So why? Because I am taking the character, right? If you are taking the character, it is having its value, that value is accepted as that value will be accepted in the form of character, so hence it will print a. Okay, after printing the a, it is entering one more inner for loop. So here it consists of 3 for loops. Okay, now let us check here. For j is equal to 1, j less than n minus 1, what is the n value? 5. 5 minus 1, condition true. If condition is true, it is comes here. If j less than 2, okay, so what is the value of j? 65. 65 less than 2, false, else it will print 2 spaces. Here single space, here 2 spaces. Got it? So likewise it will come and execute here. So for this, what it has print after the a, I am getting 2 spaces. Okay, so after that, where the control will go? It has to supposed to go to the outer for loop, but one more for loop is exist. This for loop will be evaluated. Okay, for j is equal to a plus I minus 1. What is a value? 65. 65 plus I, what is I value? 65 plus 5, 70. 70 minus 1, 70 minus 1, 69. J greater than 65, 69 greater than 65, condition true. If condition is true, I am writing one more condition. Okay, if j equal to a plus n minus 1, a means 65, 65 plus n 70, 69, right? So now what is the value? Condition true. If the condition is true, it continues. Okay, clear? Likewise it will evaluate, so you have to give more attention. Let me check whether it will work or not. Okay, even if you have not understand, please understand they carefully, and you have to try to solve step by step and step by step. I will show you the running of this program. At that time you will understand. Now I am opening the file, that is format file.c. So this is our format. I'm compiling. After compiling, I'm running. I'm giving the line as 5. Okay, now let me see the output. So it print like this. Okay, it has missed some content, some logic has missed. Okay, so likewise it has printing. Okay, a plus it has missed a b c d, somewhere else it has missed. We have to try to solve it. No problem, we will see somewhere some other things, right? A B C D E F and E D C B A. So first it has to supposed to print A B C D E F. To print that, we can also assign it as a 65. Let me take directly it as a 65. Why can't we take 65? Here I'm giving 65 plus 1. Okay, now let me check what it will print. I'm saving. Yes, coming here, and I'm coming here. It has missed, I think so. Concept has missed. No problem. We can learn this concept next also, but our intention is to provide, so it is printing the same. Okay, yes. So why? Let me check. A is printing, B is skipping, right? A is printing, B C skipped, C B A. Okay, suppose for example if I compile and run 10 lines, what it will give? 10. Let me check output. So it is giving like this. Okay, here afterwards it is giving like some format is coming, not as an exact format. Okay, we will see. Okay, we will see, no issues. Just let me check some continue programs in C. Okay, programs in C. Yeah, internet. Okay, no problem. We will continue this with another class. Please go through these programs first. You try it. If you tried, I will explain some other programs. Okay. Yes, in unit 2 it is chapter 7, and let me take one more program. I will explain this program later, not now. And let me check last program here. Okay, write a program to evaluate square root of a series of a number, prints the result. So we have to do the square root of a number. I'm copying, I'm taking new file. This is the program of a continue, so you have to give attention here, and last program is also attention, but okay, we will continue that program later once you come to the college. If you have any doubts, we will clarify. Okay, yes, try to understand this program. Hash include stdio.h, hash include, this is only for the conio.h. Next it is void main, and you are defining the count. Please observe here, write a program to evaluate the square root of a series of a number, square root of a series of a number, and prints the result. Okay, square root of a series of a number is asking, and to print that result, the process stops when the number 9999 is typed. Whenever I am typing the 9999, the continuation of a execution should be stopped. In case of the series contains any negative number, okay, the process of evaluation of square root would be passed for such number, because square root of a negative number is not defined. Here it is not supposed to accept any negative numbers. Okay, so to do this, let us take one mathematical header files, because the square root, right? Hash include math.h header file is required. For doing this, I am taking int count variable, double number square root variable. Okay, first I am writing enter 9999 to stop. So to enter this, to stop this continuation of a looping, we have to type 9999 to stop. Okay, for this I am giving count is equal to 0. We have initialized count value as 0. Okay, I am giving here clear screen. Now I am writing the while loop. While count less than or equal to 100, whether 0 is less than or equal to 100, condition is true. It is entering into the loop. It is asking for the entry number. You are entering a number from the keyboard, and you are checking if number equal to 9999. Then what you are doing? You are terminating from the execution. Break, right? What is the purpose of a break? What is the purpose of a break? To terminate the program from the loop. Okay, if you want to terminate the control from the program, control you are going to be using to terminate the control in a program from the loop, we are going to be using break keyword. Okay, this is the condition one I have given, right? Otherwise, if number less than 0, if number is less than 0 means it is negative value. If you enter a negative value, it has to skip that value. If you enter a negative value, that value has to be supposed to skip. Okay, then what is the purpose of continue? To skip a portion of value based on the conditions, whatever the conditions you are specifying. If you have both the condition has not met, it will comes here. Okay, square root, we have declared the variable square root, and we are processing sqrt. What is sqrt? Built-in function. In the built-in function, whatever the number you have given, it will process. Okay, after processing, you are displaying that number. Okay, number is equal to %f, square root is equal to %f, number comma square root, whatever the number and its square root, whatever the number and its square root. Okay, please observe carefully. Now we will see here count value we are incrementing. Afterwards we will come here how many counts you have executed. Okay, so this is the program. To understanding this program, let me run this program. I'm coming it as a save option, and I'm giving con.c because it is a reserved, right? Okay, continue.c. Please observe here, I have given continue.c. I am ensuring that where I am storing. Save it and minus it, and I open your editor. Open your editor, that is your editor is there, and start your program, and open your file. What is the name of the file? cont.c, right? This is our program. I am compiling and I am running. If I run, it is asking for the number. I am entering the 5. What is the square root of 5? It is asking for the number 0 or negative value found. Enter a number, it is asking. I am entering 3. Okay, that's it. Okay, now I am giving 9999. So if I give the 9999, what happens? It will come breakdown. Okay, it does not come. Yes, what happened? Some logic has missed. Let me check what had happened. If number equal to 9999 break, where it has, it will let me take it is for 10 times is enough or 5 times is enough. Enter number, we have to enter a number. If number is this, it will break. It has not break. Oh, okay, why it is? Please observe here, I have taken the number, right? But I have declared the variable as a num. Got it? Yes, I am saving as count2.c. yes, okay, here also same thing. Here the number. Okay, it is a number, not as a numb. Here declared it as a num. I am saving, save, and yes. Next I'm coming my editor, and I'm giving 9999. So it is a terminating. Pause break, alt enter, close the editor, and open once again your editor. Start turbo C++ and open your file, that is a cont.c, right? This is our program. Okay, now compile and run it, and it is asking for the number. I am giving it as a 25. As we know, 25 square root is 5, and I am entering 5, and I am entering 6, and I am entering 7, and I am entering 9999. Now even it is executing. Let me wait. Let me check. Some mistake has happened in our program. Okay, let me continue. Sorry, what is the name of the file we have to supposed to open? Continue, right? Okay, continue.c, or else let me save as it with f1.c, just for understanding purpose. f1.c I am storing, and I am opening my file f1.c, f3, f1.c. now compiling and running, and I'm giving 1 and 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 9999. okay, 9999. okay, 0 0. What happened? It is not working. Some mistakes are happened. While count less than or equal to 0, count is incrementing. Okay, number less than, oh, it is 0. Continue, break is there. If number equal to 9999, correct. Where is the number? Double square root. Enter 9999 to stop. Number is matches, compares. Here a break. It is not terminating. Let me save. Take it. Just to give minus 1 9999 9999 and 9999. It is not working. So some mistake in our program. No problem, you just understand. Whenever you enter the number, it has to check this condition. Let me run this program by compiling our okay, f1 dot c. Let me press f7. So it comes here, it comes here, it comes here. It asks for the number, ampersand number. Yes, we have declared it as a float, right? So we have to supposed to enter 9999.00. if you given, it will be terminated. Okay, so likewise we can evaluate our program. Hope you understand this concept. We will meet in a next class. Thank you.